What is going on? Good evening, Washington football addicts, Washington football nation. We are back for a Thursday night Philadelphia Eagles preview. It's your boy Steve at the top. We got Dev
Hey,
to my
hey.
right, and we got Big Phil underneath. Here we are. This is episode 102 for us. So we knocking them out. We are on to the Eagles after that. We'll keep our eyes covered. That game we played on Sunday versus that team in Dallas who shall not be named. But hey, we got a special guest lined up for you tonight. He's been making the rounds across the Washington football podcast content creator community. So I'm glad we can finally get him on our show. Hey, let's go ahead and welcome our man, JCEaglestalk. JC, what's good with you?
Man, hey, that beat, that intro was fire,
Yeah,
man. Y'all
yeah.
over here like, boom, boom. Let's get it. Hey,
Dev's
I'm
beat.
good, man.
Dev made
That's
that
Dev.
beat. That's in-house.
I'm gonna turn that. I'm gonna turn that to an
What?
NFT. I'm gonna turn it to an NFT, bro.
Yo, I'm going
Bro.
to have to hit you up, man. I'm going to have to hit you up, man.
Hey,
I got
he
some
actually
things.
the original had lyrics, but we lost the host, so we can't have it in there anymore.
Yeah,
Yo, I would definitely hit you up on the side, you know what I mean? Because I'm looking for, a hit intro like y'all. You know what I mean? Yo, I almost
That's so
became a Washington football, fan, but then I realized, that beat is not that lit. You know what I mean? So I'm an Eagles fan, and let's get it on, man. Let's get it on. Let's see what's going to happen.
So JC, every time we have someone on a show, what we want to do, because we're all sports fans, especially we love our football teams, is we want to know what's your fan story. So how did you become a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles? Let's start there.
Donovan Mcnabb, man. I mean, I am from, South Jersey, and
Donovan.
yeah, Donovan, man.
Do-
Yeah, Donovan.
Donovan.
But then I went back. And truly, yes, I heard of the Reggie White and stuff like that. Look, I may look like I'm 80 years old, but I'm not, man. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm a little young. You know what I mean? Wet behind the ears a little bit. But Donovan McNabb, because he truly taught me, like, wow, this dude had nobody around him, but he dominated the NFC East. Like, the Philadelphia Eagles dominated the NFC East, like basically his whole tenure there. Him, Andy Reid, and our defense. So I became a big fan of Donovan McNabb. I love the whole underdog thing. He got booed, especially as an African American quarterback. Back then they were really not a lot around. Dante Culpeppers, the Michael Vick, but they all came around the same time frame and stuff like that. Besides that, I can't really name another one. But Donovan McNabb. I really just got into it. And look, I'm a PK. So it was hard for me to watch football on Sundays because I was always in church, But then I had to sneak around and watch what I could, And McNabb really brought me into the Philadelphia Eagles. And then, when I started watching the history, the Reggie White,
Cunningham.
Cunningham, Carmichael's, I was like, wow, this team was really dominating, just like the Cowboys and, all these other teams that used to dominate back in the day. The Philadelphia Eagles was up there, so yeah.
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb.
I always kind of hated playing Donovan in his prime. When he was prime Donovan, not when he was throwing balls in the dirt, not when we
or on your team, team.
Hey, Leonard Cunningham is my favorite NFL player to ever play.
He's one of my favorite quarterbacks
of all time.
He changed the game. He was
And
ahead of his time.
My best friend's the Eagles.
I begrudgingly respect Brian Westbrook, but that's because he went to DeMatha, and so did most of my family. So him, cool. Everybody else that wears that green.
Clyde Simmons, Reggie White, Andre Waters, Daryl Dawkins. They had some bad folks back in the day.
Yeah. Herman Edwards. I mean,
if you really go back,
they had a lot.
Yeah.
Just never won anything with him.
That's true. It took
with who, McNabb?
I'm talking about with Reggie White and all that.
Oh, yeah.
What up, Justin? Thanks for joining the stream. Hey, so JC, talk to us, man. Who are the 2021 Eagles in your opinion? Who, in a nutshell, without going too far down the weeds, but what is this team? Who are they?
2021 Eagles are an underachieving team, in my opinion. They're young, but they have the perfect balance of youth and veterans. Like, you know what I mean? They still have the Kelsey, the Barnetts, the Fletcher Cox, Hargrave. He's been in the league for a while. Delane Johnson.
Kerrigan.
You get a Kerrigan that we got from y'all that haven't done shit for us. Hopefully he do something against y'all this Sunday. Hopefully. But yeah, so they have the perfect balance. So that's why I say underachieved team in 2021. Yes, our quarterback is young. Yes, our head coach is young. Yes, our defense coordinator has never coached a defense in his life before. Our head coach had never even caught a play in his life before until this level right here, until he got the job. But still, with the talent on this team, I felt like that and it's shown if we had called the right run plays that this team could have at least win a couple more games. So that's why I say underachieving team. This season, they underachieved in my opinion. Look, the Eagles are used to winning. Yeah, maybe not the Super Bowl, but we make the playoffs 3 out of 4. I see you, Phil. Stop rolling your eyes, Phil. Stop looking side to side. Look at me. I'm right here, Phil. Look, I'm right here. Yeah. We made the playoffs 3 out of 4 years. We literally made the playoff. We won the Super Bowl, made the playoff back to back, and then last year was a down year. You know what I mean? But we're used to being in the playoffs. And we expect to be in the playoffs. So we're underachieving. See, I'm about to ask you that. Do y'all expect to be in the playoffs every year? But we do, because you know what? We've been there over and over throughout my time of being a Philadelphia Eagle fan. We ran the NFC East. Besides the Giants 2 Super Bowls, the lucky breaks in there. The Eagles run the NFC East. So underachieve. That's my 2021.
Hard to say you run a division when there hasn't been a repeat winner of the division
since us. 2002, 2004. Eagles. Exactly.
You weren't even alive.
You're right.
Time has elapsed since then, can now legally drive.
It doesn't matter though, but we were still the last repeat champion. 03-04. We went to a Super Bowl. Come on now.
If you still call a banana 9-9, when it happened, it don't even count.
Hey, we're still hanging on the fact that we are
had a
division champions.
When it happened, it didn't count, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We're still holding on the fact that we are reigning division champions until we are not. So we'll take that until.
Hold on. No one else. Hey, who's y'all daddy? Who's y'all daddy? Because we let y'all win that division champion. So actually, I don't want to hear.
I mean, it's easy to say that, but the dude y'all complained about getting yanked out the game had 7 completions.
Hold on,
was he really have a chance?
Hold on. Hey, y'all had your whole team the whole year on that field, and I promise you, if we did not feel 2 reasons. One,
Doug Peterson,
y'all had coach battled all year through cancer. Yeah. That's number 1. Number 2. If we would have beat y'all, the Giants, I believe, would have went into the playoffs, or the Cowboys would have won the playoffs.
Cowboys won 3 games.
And both of those teams, we can't stand. All right. And then 2, draft positions. We learned from the previous year 3 spots. If only we were three spots up, we probably would have had CeeDee Lamb. But we were 3 spots down. So we won that game. We're 3 spots lower. And we don't have Devontae Smith on this team this year. So it's all about those 3 things right there, So we own y'all. Y'all owe us. So I'm hoping that this Sunday that y'all bow down to us and don't play y'all starters. And we win this game and go.
That's going to happen.
But that's why we don't have any starters. Newsflash, everybody. I'm going to be dressing as a Washington football team player this week. I'll be an active roster member.
I've been
Y'all
in
don't know that
contract
yet.
negotiations.
Yeah,
to
I
play
be
both
too.
offensive
Sabotaging
and
y'all.
I will play for the league minimal. You don't take an insurance policy out on me at all. I will drive there to the
They asked me
stadium
if I
to
would
fly
play
me in.
two-way for the rest of the season.
Right.
What up, Derek? What up, Shotguns?
Oh
Hey,
man.
you even got one of our fans saying thank you for coming on, JC. Look at
Hey,
that.
no problem, man. No problem at all, man. I'm
Hey,
always glad to
Marcus.
talk some football.
Thanks for joining, Marcus.
I gotta say, JC, I think it's interesting that you say that you feel the Eagles are underachieved.
Yeah.
Because I have the unfortunate nature of having some Eagles fans, friends, and they all think that they are overachieving right now. They thought they were going to be just total dumpster juice this season, continuing to rebuild. They were surprised they got to 6 wins, period. So, and now, because they were talking about, well, we got 3 draft picks next year. We just got to get through this season. That was the talk. And then now, so I think it's interesting. You say, well, the Eagles have underachieved. I know these other Eagles fans are saying, no, we're doing better than we thought we were going to do this year.
I think that it's a success either way because at least Hurts can play. Like coming out of last year, I was like, I don't know, man. Sometimes, but now I'm like, that guy can play, man. I mean, I'm not going to knock that. You don't have to pick a quarterback if y'all get in the top 5 pick. You don't have to pick a quarterback. I mean, coming into this year, you didn't know. Right now, if you pick one, it's because you see one you like.
I don't know. That fan base loves them some Gardner Minshew right now.
Look. hey, Phil, I'm about to answer your question first, Phil.
Yeah.
I feel like that these fans or / content creators of whoever told you this thing don't have the Philly mindset, like the never give up until the bell, like until the 9th inning is over, until the 000 is on the clock in the football field. Like, you never give up because we've been there, we've done that. Like, this team have started, 0-4 under Andy Reid and still made the playoffs. I witnessed it. So I mean, this team been battle tested, and I witnessed it. So until it's over, even last year, until we lost to Dallas, even after a 4 win, we still was in it. 4 wins, we in the hunt. We beat Dallas, we beat y'all. We are division champs. We are moving on into the playoffs. But we lost to Dallas, but we were still in it with only 4 wins. So I've been battle tested before. I've seen the Philadelphia Eagles win a Super Bowl. Can any of y'all say that y'all seen y'all team win a Super Bowl on this panel? Raise your hand.
I've seen 2 of the 3.
Okay, all right.
I've seen 3 of the 3.
All right, wait. Let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it. And
this century?
That didn't go the way you
century. Have y'all seen your team made a lot of playoffs and win the Super Bowl?
No, not consistently.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. So the mindset is like, we're never out of it. We never out of it until it's over. Period. No, we 6-7. Y'all 6-7.
It's over. If we beat y'all, it's over, bro.
What happened?
If we beat y'all, it's over.
Over for who?
For Eagles.
No, because we could beat y'all again and win the rest out.
That's true.
Yeah, all the divisions have almost all divisional games to end the season. It's a cruel scheduling by the NFL. Cowboys have all division except
they should do it for
everybody.
I think they should do it for every team.
They are.
This is a test run for that.
It's really besides the Cowboys. The Cowboys have the Cardinals in there.
The Cardinals, but the rest are division for them. Yeah.
Yep, the rest is. But who say that? When y'all play the Cowboys in 2 weeks, that y'all gonna beat them? But when we play them, they might not have nothing to play for. I mean, remember now, it's only the number 1 seed that get a bye. So if they're the number 3 or 4 seed, and they're number 3 or 4 seed, and want to rest their players, because the next week they play a playoff game. Hey, the Philadelphia Eagles might be in a better situation because guess what? Y'all might lose to the Cowboys twice. We lose to them once. we in the playoffs. So
if COVID keep happening, we're gonna lose everybody. So
Replacement. We got the replacements. JC, you got
You
another fan.
look,
I saw
you're
Nina on the
laughing.
Discord.
Nina,
You're
my
laughing.
girl is in the chat.
You
That's
know
what
what?
I'm about,
You know
Nina.
what?
JC, you're laughing. You're laughing, but we play y'all, so who's gonna be touching and breathing all of y'all's players Sunday?
See, that's the thing, man.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
I mean, and do y'all
Man.
think, because the NFL, right, before we start the season, the NFL came out and said, hey, if a team is a cause of a breakout, hey, they will forfeit that game and the other team will get a win. So what changed? Like, y'all have 21 players. What is it going to take? 53 players to get COVID?
The Rams have got 25 now.
Ooh.
And they just relaxed the COVID rules today.
I don't agree with that. So how do y'all feel about that though? Like, they just say, okay, hey, it's okay. A negative test is good, but one negative test could be a false negative, and now you are risking the other team players' lives and families and the season, because you just want to make some money.
To quote the great,
if you're not vaxxed, that's your fault. I kind of have that mentality.
What they should have did was reevaluate the rules with the collective bargaining agreement and the players union after the booster concept came out, because they never did. Because now they're saying if you're vaxxed and boosted and asymptomatic and you have a negative test, bam, you're good. You can go back to play. That's fresh. That's hot off the press. That wasn't the rules before. So they should have.
That is something that they should. Yeah, and I think that they thought that they were going to be. I think they thought that they were in a better position with that than they were.
Hey JC, our boy Shotguns is he's a Packers fan stuck in Chicago. So he saw two himself.
Wait, he saw two Packers?
I think he saw two. I think he saw two Super Bowls. I think he saw two Super Bowls.
Well, Washington, Packers,
no,
Chicago.
He's just a friend of the show. He's a Packers fan.
Oh,
so he must have saw two Packers.
He saw the two Packers Super Bowls.
Brett Favre and Rodgers.
Yeah, I saw those two also.
Hey, it's like the great Ivan Drago said, man. If he dies, he dies. That's how Goodell sees it, man.
He dies.
You know, it's like, hey, man, the Washington football team has like 100 people with COVID. If he dies, he dies.
So before we go, I'm just going to run down the list real quick. So we have 21 folks, just like JC said, on the COVID list. Our backup quarterback, Kyle Allen, starting tackle, Cornelius Lucas. We are on our 5th and 6th center, by the way, JC, even before COVID. Tyler Larks, Shaquille Ismail. Samus Reyes and Tamara Hemingway are our 2 tight ends. Now, we only have 2 tight ends on the active roster. Our number 1 wide receiver right now, because of injuries, Cam Sims is down. Jonathan Allen, Matt Ioannidis, Tim Sweattle, Montez Sweat. Those are all of our front defensive linemen. Our defensive ends, James Williams, Casey Toohill, William Bradley King. And then 3 linebackers, Khalid Hudson, David Mayo, Milo Eifler, who we've never heard of. And then our starting strong safety, Cam Curl, backup, Derek Forrest, and our other backup free safety, Troy Apke. And our starting cornerback one, Kendall Fuller, is on the list. So, man, I think as of earlier today, we only had 41 active players on the roster as of this afternoon. So they're saying they think they'll get about 7 or 8 of those off of the list with their, they'll come off based on tests today and tomorrow. But still, it's going to be close, man. They're signing players from practice squads, and so we have different in this town. We have names for games over the season, over the years. We had do you remember? We call it the body bag game. It was when the Eagles basically injured every single player on our freaking team, and we had Brian Mitchell at quarterback to end the game. That was
by the way, after that game, we went on.
Was he a ex-Eagle?
Beat the Eagles in the playoffs.
Retired a Redskin, by the way. But he was an Eagle. Yes, he was an Eagle.
Brian Mitchell, yeah.
We have body bag game. We have come on, Phil, name us some games. What is this game going to be called? Regardless of who wins, it's going to be called the something. It's going to be called the replacement game.
It's going to be the
replacement game. Yep, replacement players. Yeah.
It's going to be the Jordan Tamu game, because that dude's going to come in for Heineke, and he is going to look all world, because that's what our backups do when they come in situations like this. And we're going to have another quarterback controversy with 2 middling guys, because that's what we do.
Yeah. At least we're not going to see Troy.
Hey, look, Jordan Tamu beat Taylor Heineke out for a job in the XFL.
Is he our 3rd quarterback? I thought it was.
We just brought him on to be our backup.
I thought it was Kyle or Shermer's son. was on
No,
the
he's
squad.
our emergency quarterback.
Emergency quarterback.
We've had Tamu on the roster on practice squad, or no, he was in camp. I think he has a little bit better understanding of the system just because of that experience, and he's got a strong ass arm. I'll give him that. Tamu has a rocket on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's going to translate to the NFL game, but he was a big part of the reason. Him and former Washington running back and friend of the show Matt Jones were two reasons why that St. Louis team was the best team in the XFL.
Yeah.
Before it all shut down. So, I mean, I like that we're being resourceful and picking up guys like that. It kind of reminds me of the old Bobby Beathard days when they would find all the right retreads and guys out there. They're just they don't have jobs, but they fit the system. It feels like one of those kinds of moves. But and then again, I mean, if Taylor can go, Taylor's going to start. But that's where it becomes interesting. If Kyle Allen's out with COVID and Taylor Heineke cannot start because of that ankle injury.
And an elbow. He's got an elbow too.
And an elbow too.
Yeah.
Man.
Is it right or left elbow? I didn't see.
Right elbow. Right elbow.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So a weak arm gets weaker.
Marcus Lawrence. Yeah.
We're going to be starting a quarterback who we signed this week.
Yeah. We'll see. Justin says we got a good tracker with our points. We do, and it's just dumb luck.
Hey, that movie was inspired by us.
The Washington Sentinels. But hey, JC, going on to the next topic. Despite, our lack of starters available, let's go back to the Eagles. In a perfect world, who should we be paying attention to on the Eagles roster? Hit us with the offense and then hit us with the defense.
Okay. Jalen Hurts. I mean, if he does start, like right now, he was limited in practice. I think that his injury is a lot more serious than they, thought it was, because it's probably a high ankle sprain, which is like 2 to 4 weeks, type of injury. But this is probably his third week because he missed the Jets game, was on bye, and then if he does miss this week, he should definitely be able to go the following week against the Giants. But it has to be a Jalen Hurts. I mean, he's the engine that gets our running game going. Before we ran against the Detroit line, which probably was in week 8, whatever it was, we was 29th in rushing. 29th. Like almost to bottom, like 30-32. But then in the next 7 weeks, we became the number 1 rushing team, like 6 straight weeks of 175 plus rushing yards. We ran over 244 yards against the number 1 rushing defense on the Saints. Like, I mean, we've just been running, and it's just because of him. Yes, we ran, over for 200 yards against the Jets, but the Jets didn't even know who was going to be the starting quarterback. Just like y'all might not know who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, because right now Hurts is limited, but Nick Sirianni was like, he hasn't committed to like Hurts is starting for sure because his ankle is still probably sore a little bit. And would you take the chance of possibly playing against a lot of backups on the Washington football team, and Minshew with the team around us could possibly beat Washington football team and move on? I'm looking at the bigger picture, or we try to say, hey, we need to win this game. Just go out there regardless and further hurt yourself. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's going to be up in the air. We won't know until Saturday night. Honest truth. We will not know who's going to be the starting quarterback until Saturday night. But
I got breaking news.
X Factor. Oh, shoot. Go ahead.
So we were talking about all the players that we didn't have because of injury and everything else. We had some guys back at practice today that have been injured. Taylor Heineke was a full participant, by the way. So all the Heine stands out there, your man's going to be starting. So
look,
you can forget everything I said about Jordan Tamu, at least for now.
I'm more afraid of Allen than Heineken, honest truth, because Kyle Allen is more mobile, and he's willing to.
They're equally mobile. Allen's got a better arm.
I mean, well, okay. I mean, like, so if they equally mobile, just basically what I saw this past Sunday, Heineken could not get that offense moving at all. He could not. Like, I mean, I don't know if
awareness is very questionable.
You're gonna learn Sunday.
Now,
okay, I mean,
Terry McLaurin was back at practice.
And we did play him last year, and he ain't do crap. But okay, all right.
Terry McLaurin back at practice,
quarterback both games, and he was awful.
Terry has not cleared concussion protocol, but he is limited
participant though.
Yeah,
that's encouraging.
Cleared.
But he still got to Saturday.
Limited participant. Brandon Sheriff, limited participant. Although Sheriff played awful on Sunday.
Cam Sims has COVID, right?
Yes. Well, he's on the list.
Oh man,
yeah, he's on the list.
Only thing that sucks is that
Fuller is out for the season, right?
Fuller's on the COVID list.
But is he out for the season or?
No, Kendall Fuller's on COVID. Kendall
like
Fuller,
everybody else on the team.
Yeah. JD McKissick did not practice, which is depressing. He still hasn't cleared concussion protocol. We need him.
They probably just don't want. They probably just don't want him to come to practice and get COVID. Stay your ass home.
Wait, from 2 weeks ago though. Hey, didn't he get a concussion from 2 weeks ago against the Raiders?
Seahawks.
The Seahawks game, right?
It was a bad.
Wow.
Hit. It was a bad hit, but he hasn't cleared yet. So
how many concussion has he had though? See, that's
just one this season. I don't know about his whole career. That's a good point. If you're concussed once, you tend to be more concussion prone.
Yeah.
All I know is that I'm still staring at this comment Justin Sawyer made. It's depressing me.
What did he say?
You can probably figure out which one of his comments would be depressing me right now.
AGG gonna ball out.
Oh my god.
Who's AGG?
We got this receiver. His name is Antonio Gandy Golden. He's from Liberty University. I personally like him just because I see so much potential in him. He's a big-bodied, muscular, physical receiver who's amounted to
absolute
shit.
Garbage.
Nothing. He can't get on the field. When he was on the field, he can't do anything. They brought him in to block. It's just, and he was a
JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Oh my god. Yo, he's our first round pick. Oh,
but you guys do at least his caught passes.
After years gonna play. You tripping?
One catch for 3 yards in 2 seasons.
Yeah. Hold on, Appy got COVID too.
Appy's got COVID too.
Oh man, damn.
Who was the receiver?
That was your chance, Appy.
Your receiver, JC.
DeAndre Carter.
No. He didn't do anything, and then he went to the Raiders. Was that Rager?
No.
And learn how to play.
Nelson
and balled out.
Nelson
Aguilar. Another wasted pick for the Eagles. He figured it out. I don't know what happened.
Look. The thing is, he did figure it out in 2017. I mean, we won a Super Bowl, and he had his breakout year. That year, which we gave him a 1 year contract extension. So he did figure it out, and if he's the main focus, he's gonna bum it out. He's not that guy who's like, hey, you are a franchise wide receiver. Do not do that. Put him in a slot, and then put 2 wide receivers that's good on the outside. And he's going against the third corner or a linebacker, which he's going to dominate.
Yep. And
that's what happened in 2017. We had, a Torrey Smith, and we had Alshon Jeffries, and Dallas was Zach Ertz. So we had that core. So he wasn't the main focus, and he balled out. So when he went to the Raiders, he wasn't the main focus at the Raiders. You know what I mean? And he was put in a slot, and he bought out, and they signed him to a contract. I think he was a 1 year deal, and then the following year he went to the Patriots for a 3 year deal. And the Patriots paid him now, and Bill Belichick don't pay anybody.
Nope.
And they were that desperate, and they saw enough. They paid him, but I'm not even worried about Aguilar. I'm worried about DK Metcalf and Justin Jefferson, because we could have had either one of those guys, but we got JJ Arcega-Whiteside and Rager.
Yeah.
So the Philadelphia Eagles are bad and drafting wide receivers. Like, I don't even know how we got Devontae Smith. Somehow we got a Heisman Trophy winner, and that's our best wide receiver since I say Deshaun Jackson. You know what I mean? And he's one of
How's
the
he doing?
best
How's he
deep
doing
threat.
anyways?
He's at 700 something yards. And we was trash. The first 7 games we was a pass heavy team. Jalen Hurts wasn't completing a lot. He was put in bad situation. But now the past 8 weeks, he's been getting the ball more. I mean, he's like he had over two 100-yard receiving over that time. So I mean, he's great for us. I mean, if you throw him the ball, he'll catch it. Like no matter where.
That's so simple, but it sounds so simple. You know what I'm saying? But it isn't.
You throw him the ball. If it's around his area, he's gonna catch it. But you have to get it around his area. And that's the problem with us. We're missing him when he's open or. But the thing is with the Eagles that we do have a young and experienced a quarterback in Hurts, and he's still at Alabama.
Yeah.
Where the wide receivers are just going to be wide open, just running free. But this is the NFL. You have to throw these guys open. You have to trust, hey, whatever y'all practice all week, that the route running that y'all practice all week, hey, just throw the ball there, and as soon as they turn their head, the ball is right there. You have to have that confidence, and right now he doesn't.
Right. And just looking over the Eagles injury report, we kind of went over the Washington football report. You already kind of said it. Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders are both limited. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Johnson, linebacker, limited. Full is Barnett, Fletcher Cox, Lane Johnson, Kelsey, Nelson. So you guys are looking healthy.
Yeah,
but
we're pretty healthy.
Two running backs on the limited, but I know people like Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders. I hate to say it, but I kind of like watching Boston Scott play. He's real explosive. He doesn't give any opportunities though. I feel like they don't give him the ball enough with these other guys on the team. But you mentioned
2 of your running backs. I like 2, but Boston Scott's not the one that I like.
No, I like Boston Scott. Maybe because every time I watch him play, he does well.
I like both those dudes.
Gainwell too. They have they do have like a 4-headed monster with running back. But you mentioned earlier you guys had transitioned from a pass heavy offense to a rushing offense. But now I'm only saying this if we have our starting defense outside of Chase and Montez, because we're already playing well without them. But we have the 5th best rushing defense in the NFL. It's one of the things we actually do well. Mm-hmm. You can pass all day long on us. We're ranked we are ranked for rushing, we're ranked 5th total in yardage, and for defense, we're ranked 30th in yards, 32nd in touchdowns. So yes, we are susceptible to the pass. If they want to win, Jalen Hurts, whoever plays quarterback, should pass all over us. Running will be difficult. Now, that being said, we don't got our starters. It's probably, the open season on whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would agree with you if we didn't run for 244 yards against the number 1 rushing defense in the Saints.
Yeah.
At that time. Can't nobody stop the Philadelphia Eagle rush defense. The pass, we are so committed with Mariota, with Dickerson. Over that left side is over 700 pounds. Over that left side alone. And Kelsey, the best agile center in the league. And then with Lane Johnson on the right side, but a lot of our runs is up the middle or to the left side. And that's for a reason, because that's where we had the most beef, the most experience. It is on that left side. But the Eagles has averaged over against the Lions, 244. And then we went back against the Broncos, 176, which at that time was a top 6 rush defense. And then we ran for 240, for 270 something against we just been running. We are average over 200 yards rushing the past 7 weeks. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter who's on that defensive line, because we just ran through the number 6, the number 1, top 10 Russian defense because of Jalen Hurts. So that's what I'm saying. He's going to be key, because I feel like if he's not there, then team will now be trying to, just stop the run more, than the pass, I mean, it's just going to be tricky.
And we always struggle with mobile quarterbacks. We always do. And I wish we had a fully mobile quarterback. He's mobile when he wants to be, but it's hard to stop a mobile quarterback. It really is, because you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, facts.
So
it's going to be an interesting game, COVID or no COVID, just because of the fact that I think there's a weird. It's hard to say how we match up right now because we don't know who's going to play.
Right.
But there's this weird matchup thing that we have with the Eagles because they like to run the ball. We like to stop the run. Our pass defense is questionable. Their passing game is questionable. Hurts gets a lot of yards off of being mobile, but he's not the most accurate quarterback either.
Facts.
And when quarterbacks get inaccurate, things happen. See what happened to Dak last week. Dak had a pretty pedestrian game, all things considered. Realistically, our defense did their job against Dallas. Dallas has this big, vaunted offense. They got off no big plays on offense. We held their running backs to both Corey Clement and Zeke were held under 4 yards a carry.
Former
Dak
Eagle,
had 211 yards on 39 passes.
Corey Clement was an Eagle, right?
Yeah. I mean, a big part of our Super Bowl run. I mean, he caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl, but now he played for the Cowboys.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a weird matchup thing. Now, I do think Del Rio could scheme up a defense that can keep the game competitive, but it really is going to depend upon how much talent both teams are able to field. Yeah. Now, in the Eagles' case, it's really a case of Jalen Hurts. Is he on the field or not? In our case, is how many negative COVID tests can we get pushed through before Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before Saturday, actually, because, I mean, it has to be, 24 hours, right, before the game? So it has to be before Saturday. So,
yeah. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the show. Yeah, Thomas is regular. Sheesh, I'm over 30 minutes late. Fire me, fellas. Hope you're having a good night. Yes, I think we're all doing a little bit better than our injury COVID report. So, yep. And hey, Steve, well, thanks for joining us, man. Steve's from Let's Talk Washington. Hey, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining the stream. For those listening, go check out Let's Talk Washington on Twitter and YouTube. He's calling a 21-7 Washington. We'll get to predictions here in a second. But so you were talking Jalen Hurts. I didn't realize this, but I knew he had a lot of rushing yards, but he is your team's leading rusher at 695. So he is definitely the X factor. Definitely.
He is. And also, I believe the second leading rusher in the NFL for quarterbacks, if not Lamar Jackson. So because he didn't play, Hurts didn't play last week.
Lamar been out about 3 or 4 games this year too.
No, he just been out one.
I thought he was out for COVID earlier in the year, right?
I don't think so. No, that was last year.
I know that
he's been playing all this year. Lamar been playing all this year. So Hurts is like either right behind Lamar in rushing yards for quarterback, or just inch.
8 touchdowns too. That's impressive.
So get us what I'm saying. But I can't even take the Jets game into consideration. Yes, because that was the first time in almost a year that a Philadelphia Eagle running back rushed for over 100 yards against the Jets, Miles Sanders, 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And then he got hurt. With 2 minutes left in that game, he got hurt with his ankle. So that's the thing. So Hurts plays a big part in this offense. Is because of the play calling, the young head coach, but also, hey, look, this is his 17th game. I mean, I'm not going to say he's a rookie, but I'm just saying that this is his 17th game. His first full year is over with. And now basically he's about to go into his early second year, but technically still in the same year. We still did not put in no more play calls. He didn't go through a whole nother year of training camp with the same, offensive system. Because remember, he was at Alabama, right? His
transferred.
He transferred, but he went from Alabama with a different system. He went to Oklahoma, Heisman runner up with a different system. He came to the Philadelphia Eagles under Doug Peterson a different system, and now he's with Nick Sirianni, a different system. So he literally had to learn 4 systems, in literally 4 years. So the thing is, people gave Baker Mayfield an out. He was like, hey, you know what? Hey, the Browns have 4 offensive coordinators, 4 head coach, but why can't they do the exact same thing to Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Just give him a chance.
Jalen was a 70% plus accuracy quarterback in college. So, yeah, I get it. It's college, but at least
so
the
was Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins was too, but that's a different story. Dwayne's just bad. I believe in Jalen Hurts, not when he plays my team, but I like Jalen Hurts.
I do, but that's just me.
Yeah,
I think y'all better off with Gardner Minshew, but again, just me, just my opinion.
Nah, just because you don't want us to run over you. That's why.
We're better off with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, we might be better off with Gardner Minshew. But we'll see.
Hey, guess what? Hey, you know what? Because of that one game he had, it's been all over the Eagles, inquiry and stuff like that. Hey, your teams are interested in trading for Minshew. He's just like one game against the Jets that the Jets didn't even know that you was playing.
Minshew magic. That's what you know what? That's what quarterbacks do. See, if in a perfect world, we could draft a guy in the first round, and then we can trade Heineke to someone next year.
Let me tell you something. I have no interest in trading for a Philly quarterback. That has not worked out for us since Sonny Jurgensen.
We tend to get the fleece when that happens. Andy Reid is going to fleece us. He fleeces us every few years.
This is true. Yeah, it's more like we shouldn't trade with Andy Reid ever.
Yeah. So Patrick Mahomes will be the Washington football quarterback in 10 years. He will be.
20.
Yeah, when he's washed
20
up.
years.
Yes. And when he's washed up, it goes like, hey, Washington, y'all want him? Yes, we do want him.
Yes. He will be our quarterback.
We're not going to get Pat Mahomes. We're going to get Patrick
in a second round pick.
So, AJC, let's play this. Let's play this next segment as if we got our starters, not counting Montez and Chase because they're already injured. Maybe for Montez. So, Philadelphia wins if
the Philadelphia Eagles win if we get after the quarterback, just like Dallas got after y'all. I mean, that's the blueprint. Like y'all was on,
Dallas still should have lost.
But should have, could have. Hey, it is what it is. But they won. Right? Am I right? Hello. Am I right?
Amendments.
Steve and I were there. We were at the
I plead the fifth.
But look, I just think by the time, y'all were down 24-0 at halftime. It's hard to come back from that because now you have to do double the work and maybe triple the work just to trying to come back. Especially now with the backup quarterback. I mean, the pick six should never happen. You know what I mean? Hey, that was a bad throw.
You can say that, but we had pick six too. It's like you realize they scored 1 touchdown.
They have a pick six. They had a sack, fumble recovery,
right.
Touchdown. I mean,
but
you did it the hard way, and if you do it the hard way, hey, that team is dominating your team. You know what I mean? Hey, Dak should never throwing that ball. He should never.
They should have been running. That was like on second down too.
It should have been running, and hey, guess what? I would not have to hear hello mouth talking about, we made it a game. No, it was not a game. I'm sorry. I mean, Dallas took their foot off the pedal, in the second half, and they had no running game at all because Zeke is beat up. Pollard is inactive, and Dak kept y'all in the game. But still, it is what it is. I'm glad that y'all made it again because I was going for y'all. I promise you, because I went to see drama. I went to see Dallas Cowboys just start. Oh my God. Oh, now I'm half a game up on Washington with Arizona Cardinals coming up. And then we got to play Washington again. And then the Eagles and the cold and then the Giants in the cold. Anything could happen. Yeah. So I was like, come on, Washington. And then I flipped the channel at halftime. I was so disgusted with y'all. Yeah. I was so disappointed with y'all. Hello and Phil and Steve. I was like, F that, man.
We were this close to leaving. We were this close. We're like, you know what? we came all this way. We got these fantastic 7th row seats. We're gonna stick it out, man. And it turned out to be a
So all y'all
interesting-
was at the game.
just Phil and I. So I'm
Steve
in.
and I were.
I'm out right outside of DC. Phil's
I'm in
down in Southern
Kentucky.
Virginia. Dev's out in Kentucky.
I got hit by
I'm
the
in
tornado.
VA also.
I got hit with the
I'm in
tornado,
Virginia
bro.
right now.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Dev got hit with the tornado. He's in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Where in
I'm
Virginia you
VA.
at? Where at?
Woodbridge.
That's where I'm from, bro. We have to get up after this, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
give it-
actually trying to go to the Washington football game. On January 2nd.
Second,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
in
what's
Virginia now.
Okay.
I've been here for about 3 years. I moved up from Jersey, of course.
I will not be there. I will be in, and they're going to give me free tickets too. But unfortunately, I cannot attend because I will be in foreign territory when it comes to football on January 2nd. I will not be in enemy territory. I'll be in neutral territory.
Neutral. Which is where? Which
I
The
will
Giants
be-
Stadium?
I'm going to say it's actually. I'm going to attend the first professional football game I've ever attended that did not involve Washington.
Oh, I'm a little scared to ask you what team that you
Let
about
it
to go
out, Phil.
watch. Yeah, just let it out, man.
It's not for me. It's not for me. It's a present for someone else.
Okay, all right. Hey, we won't, blackmail you.
I'm going to the Titans Dolphins game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. Hey, look, the
Spend
Eagles
New
have
Year's
high
in
stake in the
Nashville.
Dolphins.
Now, I was thinking about how long are you staying in Nashville? Over the weekend or just that night?
Friday to Sunday. I'm leaving Monday morning.
I might slide down and go to Zany's.
Well, if I didn't have my son with me because he's the Titans fan.
Oh,
Traitor.
Yeah. Marcus said Philly will win if Heineke leaves, plays on the field like he did last week. Yeah, he's been doing it a
I
lot
agree.
lately. So you can't leave them fields on the you can't leave them plays on the field. Them
But
plays are
see,
precious.
he's been leaving plays on the field.
Oh
It
yeah.
just your running game was dominating. Like Gibson and
Take that away and look what happens. They don't know what to do.
They
And
were-
Scott Turner,
exactly.
offensive corner, doesn't know. He doesn't have a playbook that says, "Oh, I got to come from behind." What
Yeah,
do
that's
I
the
do?
thing because Heineken wasn't throwing y'all to victory. You know what I mean?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He was managing the
That's
game.
what I'm saying. So I mean,
Yeah.
he was literally just like, okay, I'm here to manage the game, just not lose the game. And y'all went on this outstanding 4-game. Y'all beat the
Yeah.
Bucks
Yeah,
like 9-10 minute play drive.
that was the secret.
Y'all
Was-
beat
was-
the. I'm telling you, like
we
Russell
was winning
Wilson
the whole
and
game against Tampa
company.
Bay.
Huh?
We was beating Tampa Bay the whole game. They never had the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Everybody got
Okay.
hurt.
um,
Now COVID. I mean, it's rough, man.
well,
Yeah.
last week y'all had everybody though.
No,
Last week.
everybody was hurt last week. We had
Who?
makeshift linemen.
I mean, the
tight
line was
ends,
down.
wide
We had
receivers were
Terry.
down.
We didn't
Yeah,
have JD
Terry.
McKissick. We didn't have Chase and Montez.
Didn't have Thomas.
We were about 90%. 90%.
Okay. All right.
But
I mean,
We're
Didn't
way
have
at,
Thomas. Didn't have Sweat. Didn't have what's his face at corner or not corner, but the other.
but y'all had Sweat all year though. I mean, basically,
Nah.
throughout the whole 4-game winning streak, right?
That's
No.
right, yeah.
even
So,
we had
I
him for the
mean-
first like 5 games, but they might as well not have been there.
Right, yeah.
So I
Coming
mean,
down.
look, it was just a game that man, I was like, yo, come on, Washington. Hey, y'all, I gotta keep it close. And
Yeah.
y'all was just shocked. And y'all think because the whole we guarantee we're gonna win that the Dallas Cowboy team just came out more fired up than y'all. Like,
Nah.
I mean, what was it, man? Like, and to go down to 24-0, and y'all play this team twice a year, like, I mean, which is y'all biggest rival? I mean, is the Dallas Cowboys. It's not the Eagles.
Well, they got up
It's not
18.
the
They got
Giants.
18. They went up 18 in the first quarter, and like basically every point was off a turnover.
Yeah, but y'all still had the ball and opportunity though. I mean, it wasn't like
DeAndre
a
Carter
basketball
dropped that
and you
pass.
make it, you keep it. Yeah, this was football. I mean, you had a chance to respond to their 7, to their 14, to their 18.
I felt like if we could put some points on the board, it'd be okay because I didn't feel like they were putting points up. They got one offensive board. The rest of them we gave it to them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I didn't feel like they were going to score 48 points. I was like, man, they really aren't scoring if we just don't fumble a screen back for a touchdown or fumble the ball right into a dude's hand for a touchdown. I mean, what would this
Or
game
throw a
have
pick
been?
for a touchdown.
Right,
What?
right. What would the game have
Yeah.
been? You wonder that stuff. So just keep keep hitting the hammer on the nail. Eventually, something we'll get in the game. Then once we had the ball with a chance to win, like they had a ball with the chance to win the game. It wasn't like, oh man, we cut it close and that was it. Like we had the ball.
What's it tied?
Yeah, it was 20 to 27.
Right,
20 to
27. And we missed
it's a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me the extra point. But look, in order for them to get to field goal range, they had to kind of like bleed the clock a little bit. And y'all defense was getting tired because y'all defense was out there a lot.
But we had 2 minutes. 2 minutes and
it was third and 5
minutes.
and still throw a clown ass
2 minutes, 2 timeouts.
fumble.
It was possible, and DeAndre Carter dropped a beaubeautiful ball that would have like a 35-yard game.
That I agree with.
So the potential was there. Like they could have at least went. And with Kyle Allen, who knows? Because he has his arm is twice as better as Taylor Heineke's. He can zip the
And
ball.
his
Taylor
arm
just
isn't
kinda
even
lost.
like
Taylor got that rabbit's foot though.
above average.
Man.
But when you see Kyle Allen's arm, and you realize that's an average NFL arm,
Yeah, it's not even that great compared to other people, but
you really realize how poor Taylor Heineke's arm is. Just the velocity of the ball coming out. And
that's what
when
I
you're
said.
at the game, it's so much more apparent, I think, than even on TV.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey,
Yeah, I
JC, I'm gonna
bet.
do a couple things for you real quick. This is just for fun. A little bit of thing called over under. I'm gonna throw out some numbers, and I want you to tell me
All
over
of them are over.
or under.
Now go ahead.
All right. Jalen Hurts, 250 passing yards.
Under.
Under.
Mhm.
Okay. Who would you consider your RB1? Sanders?
Get Sanders.
Okay,
And
Sanders.
Miles Sanders. Yeah.
Miles Sanders, 110 rushing yards.
A push.
Push.
I think,
Right there.
Yeah, I really think because last week he went for 120 and because he was the featured guy. If he's a featured guy, if Jordan Howard does not play, Miles Sanders will be the featured guy. I mean,
But would he get that if Hurts had played? You got to think he get some of those carries. Hurts get some of those carries.
Yeah, he still would have got him. Yeah, he still would have got him.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So I say a push. I think it's just
y'all played
the
the Jets,
borderline.
right?
That's
Y'all played the Jets. Who y'all play?
Yeah, the Jets.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago.
I'll give you Devontae Smith. Let's go.
Yeah. I forgot y'all played the Jets. Everything he said, I'm throwing out the window, man. It's the Jets. It's the Jets.
Devontae Smith.
Like all of our guys are injured. If we play the Jets, I feel good about this weekend.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Hey, because the Jets. I'm giving the Titans and the Bengals.
I'm giving us no chance of beating y'all if people don't play. But if it was the Jets, it's at least debatable. Like,
but the Jets beat the Bengals and the Titans, 2 playoff teams right now, which is on top of the AFC.
They play the Titans without old dude playing, man. That don't even
Who
count.
cares? Man, it's only one guy.
Man, that don't even count.
That's their entire offense.
That don't even count. You know what I'm saying?
Until Julio's back into a full.
Wait, and the Bengals, okay, are the Bengals then? What's their excuse?
Okay, Henry and who didn't play? Who? The Bengals.
Bengals.
The Bengals be bangling, bro. That's what they know.
They be bangling,
bro. They be bangling, son. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Devontae Smith, 8 receptions.
Under. Yes.
Okay. I'll give you
About
one
7.
more. Dallas Goedert, 60 yards receiving.
Over.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I know we talk about this all the time. We historically are terrible at tight ends. We've been really good this year against tight ends, but historically, tight ends just tear us. You asshole.
He ain't catching that many yards if those dudes run for 100.
Well, they might not have to.
Look, I think that last 2 weeks ago was an eye opener for Jalen Hurts. He saw Minshew go out there because Hurts, he's not like Wentz.
Yeah, but Mitch is a professional quarterback. At the least, he's a professional quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Hurts, more of an athlete than a quarterback.
Okay.
But he's coming around. I like Hurts, man. I went from the beginning of the year like, Hurts is easy, and now it's like, man, I like this dude.
Okay. What was Michael Vick? Athlete or quarterback?
Quarterback.
Beginning of his career,
He's
he's more of an
one of the
athlete.
greatest to play.
At the beginning of his career,
well, he was an athlete.
His career, he was more of an athlete than a quarterback.
Yes, he was.
Because he was learning the position. He was learning the position. Michael Vick will always be a great quarterback. He was learning the position.
He was learning his position 4 or 5 years in.
Yeah, basically.
You know what?
But Hurts is barely in his first full season, and y'all.
That's why I don't
think Hurts
has
Vick's potential talent either, though. I don't think he has that. I think he's got a lower ceiling than Michael Vick.
Oh,
all right. So who would you compare Hurts to that's in the league right now? If you had any player like any quarterback, who would you compare?
First year Jackson. First year Jackson. Like his rookie of the year. It's like that to me.
Yeah, that's close. 700 yards rushing right now.
His ceiling could be who? His ceiling.
Man, if you start
because Jackson right now, I don't think you could win a Super Bowl with Jackson.
You crazy.
I personally do not
first
think
year rookie of the year, second year MVP, third year run up for MVP. I mean, who can't win Super Bowls with that? He gets better every year. Every year he gets another win in the playoffs. Everybody keeps saying this. How come nobody says this about Allen? How come no one says about Allen for the Bills? No one says it about him.
You hate Josh Allen, and you always hype up Lamar Jackson.
No, I like Josh Allen, but I don't understand how he's like devoid of the criticism. Like no one talks about how bad this guy. You know, he doesn't. Who did he lose to in the playoffs?
All right,
exactly.
So
you know what I'm saying? The guy everybody talking about can't win the playoffs, beat the guy in the playoffs.
No. I didn't say win a playoff game. You can.
Right.
I'm just saying,
but
go all the way to a Super Bowl because the more. Look, the farther you advance, the better teams are and scheming for what you do best. Lamar only run best because of his talent around him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, he is that running game for the Bills. Like I have him in fantasy. He rushed for over 60 yards every game. Yeah. He is that running game, and he could throw. So he's a Jalen Hurts.
But he lost to Jackson in the playoffs. He has less playoff wins than Jackson. But everybody's talking about, well, Jackson, I don't know if you can win in the playoffs to go to Super Bowl. But he gets further than the other guy you're talking about every year. He gets more awards every year than this guy.
No, Jackson won his first playoff game last year.
Against who?
Against
the Bills, son.
Yeah, the Bills. Okay, right. But yeah.
Allen ain't won no playoff games. Zero. Been in the league same amount of time, bro. They got the league same amount of time.
Look, I love Lamar, but
one guy got an MVP the wall of the year and a playoff victory over the other one, but Allen is somehow better.
I hear you.
I mean,
make sense.
Look at this year. Lamar is pedestrian this year, though.
Not really. He just ain't. He been hurt every game. Every game he's been taken out of like 3 or 4 games.
16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He almost has as many interceptions as touchdowns this year.
If you give Lamar Jackson,
and he threw 8 interceptions the past 4 games, by the way.
I understand that. You give Jackson
and been sacked 27 times.
You put Jackson on the Bills. Bills might go Super Bowl. You put Allen on Baltimore. Baltimore going playoffs. In a discussion. Allen we've seen it. We've seen Buffalo without all them weapons on the team his first 2 years. What do the Bills do?
Y'all are arguing over quarterbacks who both haven't been to the Super Bowl. I mean, you realize that, right?
There's only about 3 quarterbacks in the NFL that's been in the Super Bowl.
Thank you, Tom Brady.
I'm telling you right now, the writing is on the wall. And look, I'm going to make this bet. All right, even if it's a couple of years down from now. If Lamar Jackson
MVP candidate until like 2 weeks ago,
the MVP doesn't matter because it's a regular season award. It's not a it's not a postseason award. It's a regular season award.
The individual that's better. You're telling me right now, if Kyle Allen was on the Ravens, they would be better than with Jackson on the Ravens and Jackson on the Bills.
You mean Josh Allen, not Kyle Allen?
Yeah, Allen. Yeah. If Allen was, come on, man.
But look, at the same time, look. Carson Wentz would have won the MVP if he didn't tore his ACL. Period. Right, he was a front runner, right? And he was boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so now, since then,
he was RG3. 2012.
And since then, one MVP. And let's just say that Carson Wentz won an MVP, right? But then he got hurt. I mean, would you say right now? It's been 3 years later.
And I'm telling you,
he got hurt. But would you pick him in the top 5, top 10?
You put Carson Wentz on the Bills right now. You put Allen on the Colts, and tell me who's better.
No. No.
You got 2 All-Pro receivers.
Yeah, but you guys got to understand, teams are built around quarterbacks too.
Man, I don't care whose team you on. You got 2 All-Pro receivers. You got 2 All-Pro receivers, bro. You tripping.
Yeah, but it's
I
a
mean,
system.
I don't care.
It's a system too.
Man, 2 All-Pro receivers is the system. Look at the Arizona Cardinals with and without Hopkins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can clearly see how he played. Then they got Hopkins and how they played. You can clearly see that, man. Like it's no crazy thing.
Was playing like that though.
Take
Hopkins was the cherry on top for Arizona.
Put Lamar Jackson in the Minnesota Vikings with Thielen and Jefferson.
He's not a passer.
He's a Baltimore Raven, so he has who he has.
And he still wins more than the other guy. That should be easy. That should be easy contest. He still wins more. He wins more than everybody. Actually, look at the record.
Okay,
but he wins more than anyone.
Whose defense is better? That's where we got started because before this year,
Bills. That's the top 5 defense in the league.
Before this year, hey, imagine why is the Ravens struggling? They are like bottom feeders in defense right now.
Everyone's hurt.
But that's what I'm saying. But look, when Lamar Jackson was doing those things, he had an awesome defense. Like the top 2-3 defense in the league. I promise you. Just
we got a top 2 or 3 defense in the league. We won 6 games, bro. What does that matter?
When did y'all have top 2 defense in the league?
Last year. Won 6 games.
No,
7
games.
You had like the top
number 2 defense in the league. Number 2 defense in the league.
But that was inflated just based off who y'all played, the backup quarterback that y'all was playing back then.
Exactly though.
They named me but come on, bro. Stop it. Stop.
Men lie, women lie.
You know what? Look. All right, just let me finish this. What I was going to say, right? I'll make you this bet right now. I'll buy you a 12-pack if Lamar Jackson ever take this is a long Jeopardy bet. If Lamar Jackson take the Baltimore Ravens to the Super Bowl, I'll buy you a 12-pack.
I don't even drink beer, but I'm gonna take the challenge.
Boom.
You should have bet him a bottle of Rumpelman.
Hey, matter of fact, I'll buy you a bottle of your choice.
Oh yeah,
hey, let's put it that way.
Ace. No.
All right. So I would do that. And this is on live, recorded. Hey, go play it back. If Lamar Jackson ever take him to a Super Bowl, I'll buy you a bottle.
Not win. He's got to take somebody.
Okay, fine. All right. I mean, good. It takes somebody into a Super Bowl because I don't think that he will ever be able unless he improve big time on his passing. Because
everybody improves on their passing when you got all pro receivers, bro. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Okay.
But tell Baltimore to get Lamar some all-pro receivers, man.
I don't understand how come they didn't. I don't understand how they didn't go.
Nobody wants to go to Baltimore because they don't throw the ball. That's the reason. Like they don't want to go to a team where you constantly running and pass blocking. If I'm a receiver, I don't want to go to Baltimore. That's why they cannot get the big key free agents because they are a running team.
Man,
Lamar Jackson is not a passing quarterback. He's not. He's a dual threat quarterback, and just enough to scare you in both areas. But 9 times out of 10, you stop the run. Like, you stop him from, a running, and you winning that game. You win that game unless he has an outstanding defense around him. How you throw 4 interceptions and win that game on a Monday night against the Browns? Your defense is beating up the other team.
Oh, wow.
They are putting you in situations.
That game, the offense on the other team was just worse.
Because the defense was doing that to them, though. That same week, right? Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions and lost to the Giants because our defense did not create no turnovers, no sacks at all. But he only threw 3 interceptions and still had a chance to win the game at the end. A throw to Rager that went right through his damn hands. That's how we lost that game.
Like Washington having 3 4 goals. I had a chance.
What is what I'm saying? So, I mean, your defense, if you're struggling, but you have to have a defense to keep you in the game. You know what I mean? So, Lamar Jackson need a great defense around him. Unless he become a a great pocket passer or a great thrower, he will not go far. He will not. A good regular season.
He goes further every year. Every year he goes a game further.
No, he does.
Which you can't. Yes, he has every year, and which is every year's further than every year's further than Allen's gotten. So I'm gonna put that out there. He got all pro receivers and defensive all pro players, and now he's getting out of the first round. But nobody says nothing. That's y'all's king, though.
Yo, I love Jackson, man. Yo, I
like Allen. I like Allen, man. I just don't think he's better right now. I think Allen's going to win some MVPs in this year, man. He's going to because he's going to put up the numbers, man.
If you will start a franchise, and that's for Steve and Phil too. If you're going to start a franchise, Lamar or Josh, that's all I gotta say.
Lamar, because he can win games by himself.
All right, that's
he don't need a lot of help.
That's one.
Are we talking about right now?
No,
yeah. I mean, if you start a franchise,
you had an expansion draft, man, you had no positions.
Right now, but I'm also a little bit more of a purist when it comes to quarterbacks. I would say Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I think he's a little bit better passer.
It's 3 versus 1.
A lot better passer. I'm still taking Lamar Jackson. You're gonna win more games,
and guess what? You're losing. That's why you ain't winning no Super Bowl because
he wins more games than Josh Allen.
All right. Dev, you are letting your L1C4 get away here.
Well, let's go back to NFC East.
Yeah, we're going
Washington team and the Philadelphia Eagles. So JC, give us a score prediction. And let's just assume for all intents and purposes that we have at least some of these guys back. So just go ahead and fire it off. What you got?
Look, with backups, with regular guys, the Philadelphia Eagles have to put up 30 points. Because the fact is
30,
this.
okay.
30. Because that's the magic number. 30. Because the Philadelphia Eagles have 6 wins. We only won 1 game that we did not put up 30. But we had 2 interceptions by Big Play Slay, 1 by Steven Nelson, and our defensive line had about 3-4 sacks. If we could do that to y'all, 2 picks by 1, another by, and then 4 sacks, we went in the game. You know what I mean? But every other win we had, 30, like it's over 30. You know what I mean? Against the Saints, against whoever it was, we had to hit that 30 mark. So I'm saying 30-17. I feel like that our running game because look, as good as y'all are on defense and stuff like that, but guess what? If your defense is on the field for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, real game time, minutes, it's hard to try to stop a team from running down your throats. And that's what happened to the Saints and every other team. We dominated the time of possession. And that's what we was able to average over 200 yards throughout the past 6-7 games. We are averaging 200 yards because of that. So you control the line of scrimmage. You keep the other team on the sideline. And now when they come in, you have to throw the ball. And if you go 3 and out, and then the other team and do another long drive, and your defense is tired. So 30-17.
30-17. And just before we go any further, I just want you to know Vegas has updated their odds as of this evening. It was started out as about, I think, -4 for Philly. It's 9.5
right
for Philly right now. -9.5. So, Dev, what's your score prediction?
100-0 Philly. I like it. Would it matter if it's 1-0 or 100-0 at the end of the day?
Yes, it would matter. Yes, it would matter.
It definitely matter, right?
At least for Philly.
Man,
you lose 1-0 to a team that got all replacement players?
This some bullshit, man. This some bullshit that's going on, man. But I'm gonna go, man. It's hard to say who's gonna. It's hard to say because you don't know who's gonna play. But if everyone is there, non-COVID related, then I'm gonna pick us to win, man. 17-15. But if everybody plays, I'm giving 2 predictions. If everybody plays, 17-15 us. If everybody don't play, 100-0 Philly, man.
Oh my god,
y'all gonna get the first 100
Hey, you blue jiving, man.
Hey, JC,
Hey,
he
you
said
blue jiving.
17-15 because we won the last 2 games of our win streak. We won 17-15 both games, which is unheard of.
Yeah,
Unheard of. So, Phil, what's your prediction, Phil?
Slot playing?
I'm going to say this. If we have a majority of our players back, we win. If we don't, they win. But I'm going to put the same score up both of them. 1916.
Wow.
So 1916
it's going to be
flip flop.
This is it's just flip it depending upon majority of players.
COVID bowl.
It's going to be. Here's the thing. I think this game is going to be. It's going to be.
It was between that and long.
It's going to be. It's not going to be a pretty game. There's nothing about this game that's going to be pretty. You got the Eagles who have learned that they like to run the ball, and they have a quarterback who does. If Jalen Hurts plays, he can run the ball. He does have some accuracy issues, which can lead to some sloppy play in the passing game.
Facts.
We have a team that if Scott Turner could find a playbook from the previous 4 games and not the one from the Dallas game, will run the ball. And we have a quarterback who has some accuracy issues with his mechanics and just not having a great arm. So it's going to be kind of ugly. It's going to be brutal. It's in Philly. Nothing in Philly is pretty. So, and that's going to include this game.
Okay.
So if we have a fairly healthy, negative tested roster for COVID, 1916 Washington. If we don't, 1916 Philly.
Okay, fair. I'm going 27-13 Philly, even if our starters play. That's what
wow.
27-13.
You have little faith.
Dude, I picked Dallas to win too. No one picked Dallas to win but me last week.
I did actually.
You 17-15. I have it written down right here.
I know you do. Look, if you watch the video, I said I picked Dallas to win, and then they talked me into switching to us winning, man. I even said I think they're going to
win. And then Steve went and
like, what? I can't believe you would do that. I said, you know what? I'm going to go watch it. Then he picked Dallas. That's what they did. I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray.
Well, you know what? We'll see Sunday. We have the right to changes during the pregame show on Sunday, given what we know about injuries and stuff. So
I think we both picked both teams to win, except for Eagles. Who you picking, Eagles?
He picked the Eagles. He said 30-17 Philly.
Come on, bro.
30-17 Washington. I'm sure.
Because the magic number is 30 for us. I mean,
you gonna get 30 on us, dog? Damn.
A 30 burger, man.
Yeah, if everybody don't play, y'all gonna get 100.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's very happen. I hope y'all do too. I hope it's like release the Kraken. I hope like the ghost of Jaws Jurowski comes out there. Like,
here's the thing we gotta realize. I think whenever we get in these situations where we think it's about to all fall apart, Rivera and Del Rio pull this defense together.
Man, if we win, it'll be our greatest victory of the year.
Oh my
I don't
God.
care if we win by 1 point.
Let me tell you something.
If
we win, prepare for the avalanche wins that come afterwards. Honestly, because that's going to be momentum there.
Especially if Heineke is the reason. If he has one of those Tampa Bay games, it's going to be that. That's
if Heineke is the reason we win,
right.
Half this fan base is going to be insufferable.
Yeah. Well, JC, we want to thank you for joining us, man. Y'all can see. Go follow JC at JCEaglestalk on Twitter, and then where else can they find you at, JC? Where else you at?
Yeah, hey, I'm on YouTube at JCEaglestalk, on Instagram, JCEaglestalk. Look, it's all JCEaglestalk on all platforms. All right, nice. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I made it simple. Us Eagles fans don't like complications, so I made it simple for all of us. Just JCEaglestalk on all platforms.
Yeah,
JCEaglestalk, even on Pornhub, guys.
There you go.
Oh.
OnlyFans too. Yeah, hey, Derek, thanks for watching, bro.
Man.
Thanks for watching.
Man, I told you that in secret, man.
Twerking the hey, stay on past the music, bro.
Yeah. Hey, we really appreciate it once again. And you know what? Hey, may the best team win on Sunday. And the team that has the most starters will probably win.
Shout out.
We'll see. We shall
Shout out
see.
Spider-Man. I'm going to see Spider-Man after this.
Okay, there you go.
Go Birds. Beat the Washington football team.
Shout out to JC for joining us. Shout out to Steve's dog.
I almost didn't make it tonight, man. I got to check him here in a few. So, all right. As always, we thank everybody for watching. Everybody for tuning in. Everyone who jumped in the stream. We love y'all. We'll see you guys on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. pregame show. All right. Till then, peace and hail.